Welcome to Every Game, where I play every game by a developer. Today we've got a wide array of projects made by the low-poly shrimp known as heinn. They've got an incredible style and some delightfully weird ideas that range from 3D puzzle games, to moody atmospheric adventures, to spooky subterranean shooters. Aside from these mostly solo projects, heinn also did a bunch of character modeling for Dread Delusion and is currently working on The Big Catch, as well as Catagaia, so you know this is gonna be a good episode. As I typically do, I've played these games from oldest to newest in order to get a sense of where the dev has come from and how their work has— Wait, do you hear that sound? What on earth? Oh, it's 3D Snake. My bad, dude, do your thing. We've got a rotating rectangular prism, endlessly spawning cherries, and an insatiable appetite. What could go wrong? Our body makes this unnerving clip-clop kind of sound, a bit weird for someone with no legs, as we rotate ourselves around this fertile green shape floating in the void. At one point I accidentally turned on X-ray vision, which was helpful up to a point until I forgot about it. 37, not bad. It's 3D Snake, what else can I say? I didn't really get Flook. The goal is to herd boids around in order to get more boids, and beware of the red bad boids. Your main heart boid can attract these other circles, and they can spawn triangles which get destroyed by the red boids. You can also switch control over from the heart to the triangles, which fly faster but are more vulnerable. I don't know, you just move pretty slow overall, and everything is very static. I just didn't really feel compelled to explore and expand my flock. But I do like the geometric abyss you float around and the ambient background synths. Your ship crashes and you land on an unknown planet. The surface is constantly being bombarded by radiation and solar wind, so you're forced to go down. Subterra is a little mining crafting game where you, your jetpack, and your laser beam head down to collect resources, make things, and go down even further. You can view all your possible upgrades at this computer and use it to decide what minerals to search for next. Then just blast your way through the rocks and try not to get lost on the way back. Movement is kinda tricky here. You build up a lot of momentum with your jetpack, which sometimes sends you hurtling off in the wrong direction. I couldn't find any way to drop resources unless I missed something, so I had to be very careful about what I was picking up, especially before I got the first inventory upgrade. Eventually I built a stronger laser beam that let me dig through these purple rocks, and this happened. Oops. Turns out that was it. I'd have to start back from the beginning, so I decided that was enough of Subterra. Although, according to the itch page, there are various creatures further down below, so good luck if you give this one a try. All aboard! Train is a game about managing train networks, but don't be deceived, this game can be as tough as it is cute. Right off the bat, you may notice it shares some similarities with 3D Snake, but it's a much more fleshed out game. I started with the tutorial naturally, which taught me how to rotate, zoom, and lay down train tracks. Fun, simple, and bonus points for the Wind Waker clouds in the background. Also, how cute is this menu? It's like the game, but you can select levels. I love this kind of stuff. I soon discovered that you can and will have collisions if you don't plan properly. This is where I learned the importance of stopping one of your trains in its tracks in order to let another one pass. This technique works in a pinch, but having cars stopped on the line will eventually lead to backups. Therefore, it's best to delay your train's departure time altogether so you don't get all jumbled up, or send it out of the station ahead of schedule if things are looking clear. Overall, Train was a super fun management puzzle game that will test your patience. I like puzzles and I like cute blocky stuff, so it tracks that this was my favorite one of the bunch so far. But we're just getting started here. Things are about to get spooky. In Humorpractor, our patient here is suffering from looking this good? Listen, buddy, I'm trying my best, but this cryptic pronged ailment detector is not the most accurate tool in the shed. You're supposed to insert it in one of 4 body parts and its faces will shake based on which of the 4 serums are either in excess or lacking. I felt like it just kept cycling through all the expressions and I couldn't get the balance just right, but this game is all about the atmosphere, the models, and the textures. They're so good. This is the first we've really seen of Heinn's signature style, which I can't get enough of, honestly. But before I can show you more of that, I'm gonna hit you with a curveball. Well, not really, but the art style is pretty different. Paraperspective is another 3D puzzle game about movement and rotating objects. Very Monument Valley meets The Pedestrian meets Viewfinder. This game has an extremely different style than the previous one, but it suits the gameplay quite nicely. It's a classic perspective puzzle game with Bauhaus and MC Escher influences, and our goal is to move the little guy to the X, but sometimes it's on a different shape or even a different plane than the one that he's currently occupying. He can go up and down stairs, around curves, and if you position the camera just right, he can walk from island to island, just like magic. A little finicky at times, sometimes you have to be really accurate in order to snap the pieces together, but still a solid game. So this is the third episode in my Every Game series, and so far we've had one dev with a snake variant and the other with a Tetris variant. Well, Heinn has both, so I guess they get some bonus points or something. Quadrilla is the Tetris one, and once again we're returning to the mining theme. Instead of having blocks fall from the sky, they rise up from the ground, and we have to drill out shapes, move them around, and clear lines before things pile up too much. Interesting idea. I'm not very good at it though. I kept ending up with lone blocks all by themselves up at the top of the screen, or things would just pile up until it all exploded. There's definitely a bit more strategy here than with regular Tetris because you have so many more options for which shapes you drill out and where they go. Unfortunately, the next game, Shodushobu, was completely broken for me. You're supposed to draw on the canvas, but I couldn't move my brush over any further than this, so I tried to make do. Basically, you're supposed to draw the pose that you want your fighter to enter, head, body, and sword, and he'll try his best to copy what you drew. I didn't have much luck with this, but it's still a really cool idea, and the art and textures are wonderful. This is the last of Heinn's 2D games, and we're now moving on to what are, in my opinion, their best work yet. I would maybe skip this one if you're not into bugs. Chitin is a little horror FPS about making your way through bug-infested tunnels with just a revolver. Heinn said that they focused mainly on the atmosphere for this game jam project, and that totally paid off. You're just dropped right into things with a few helpful notes scribbled up on the walls. The minute or two leading up to the first enemy encounter was pretty tense, but then I saw how the bug's death animation looked. Kinda makes the whole thing seem pretty funny. When you get injured, bugs will start crawling all over your screen. There's just enough light to guide you through each level, and I really like how your gun bobs up and down as you move. It's the little things, I guess. Like raising your own army of minions from the dead and using them to attack unsuspecting humans. In Kebrothic, you zoom around on some sort of magic floating tome and cast spells to recruit monsters. Then they'll follow you around wherever you go, and you can even fling them towards the nearest enemy. The vibes are so great, like who is this big guy and what's he doing with all this meat? Again, the models, the textures, the UI. I could imagine a full-blown RPG in this exact style with stupid side quests and dungeons and bosses. I don't really know what the end goal is here, but that's okay because I had fun along the way. And the last game on their itch page is Shrine Keeper. You have 3 days to rebuild a temple for the festival. You're some kind of cute spirit that floats along the ground, and the vibes are 100% off the charts here. It is unbelievable. Pre-rendered style backgrounds, tank controls, tons of fixed camera angles that sometimes cause you to get stuck in the corner. Check, check, and check. You basically go around collecting items and trading them for new items or tools like this bug net. I wasn't able to finish the game in the time limit of 3 days, but I probably could on another run. I just gotta figure out how to get enough money to buy the fishing rod. I love Shrine Keeper so much. Seeing it released a few weeks ago is what actually caused me to pick Heinn as a developer for one of these videos, and it totally lived up to my expectations. But we're not done quite yet. I've got one last game to show ya. Catagaia is still in the works. Doesn't even have a gameplay trailer yet, just this short teaser, but it pretty much combines all the best stuff from the 11 games I just showed you. the exploration from Shrinekeeper, the creepy underground stuff from Chitin, all the weirdness from Kebrothic. It's a light survival game about exploring the biomes of the Underearth, crafting tools, meeting spirits, and progressively unlocking new movement abilities to explore old areas anew. Metroidvania alert, anyone? I will be the first in line to play this game whenever it comes out, that's for sure. If you also think Catagaia looks extremely cool, please do check out Heinn's games on itch and send them some love for me.